the one thing from In Excess. Welcome to way back in the day. Let's bring this in a little closer. How's that? Better? You guys get to see me in all my glory. Today we are taking a look at a local beer to me from mother-road-brewing. This is Double Six American beer. I am going to order that 10-tacker and it will go up here because I like it and I think it's cool. So, on the can it tells us that it is 1 pint with an ABV of 4.4. That is putting it right in my sweet spot, and it is independent American beer. American beer. Okay. Anyway, we did go to the official Beer and Gear glass, which is chilled down, as you can see. So let's crack. Let's pour. A little head on there for you. 16-ounce can fits in a 20-ounce glass quite nicely. Oh, it's a nice head. And that is, in case you can't see, the ice chips floating around in there. That's cold beer, my friends. All right, let's find out exactly how cold we're looking at, because at this temperature, I get the feeling we ain't going to get buckus for a nose. Look at that. Look at those flakes just floating around. That, when it's 100 degrees in Phoenix, is pretty much the temperature I want to drink my lagers and pilsners at. Pretty beer, by the way, nice and light. I'd give her a 2. Oh, God forbid. God forbid we don't do this. Let's give you a look at that head. There we go. Nice and frothy like an egg cream. That's a pretty head right there. Just disturbed all the ice chips again. Yeah, I think we're level. We're good. All right. Let's get a temp. I'm gonna change the battery out in this thing. It's getting ready to die. I got 33.6. 33.6. I would say this beer is probably cold enough. Now, the downside to this beer being that cold, while it is the correct temperature for a refreshingly hot day, is nothing's going to open up for us. But the glass is cold, and the beer is cold, and the day is hot, and I am sweaty. I just got done playing in the garden. So, Biden time. Let's get that sniffer in there. Surprisingly, it's a really nice floral nose. I wasn't expecting anything at all. Rich, dense. Sometimes florals can be thin, sometimes florals can be dense. This would be a heavier version of floral, like Dank without the Scooby snacks. Oh, that smells good. I'm smiling already. I'm smiling already. Salud. Oh. Wow. Okay, so really nice mouthfeel. Again, as cold as she is, I'm not expecting any of this. Full roof of the mouth, intradentals, no leakage out into the buccals, blew right past the tongue, and yet that really floral nose translated over onto the palate. A little malty, rich. The malt died off, and now we're in that really nice lagery zone. Now, she's dirty at this temperature, and she's not crisp, but she's cold. So I don't know how that affected the beer itself, and I don't know what temperature they wanted this to be imbibed at, but we'll find out, because we need to let her warm up anyway, which won't take very long. It's 100 degrees here today. We are already at, how did we get even colder? 32.4. 32.0. If it was 32 degrees, 31.8. Yeah, okay. Tell you what. Let us pause, and I'll pull up some dirt on this to see what's going on. And we shall see. I, of course, will be listening to NXS. I'll be right back. Alright, so that's REM doing South Central Rain. Don't hate me because I am old, but this was a lot of the music that I jammed to in the 80s. So, there is a ton of stuff on here, and we're still waiting for the beer to warm. It's hit 38. Got a little time left. Maybe I shouldn't have chilled everything down to friggin' Tartarus temperatures. Anyway, keep it light, keep it classic. Double Six is a light American beer with an ABV of 4.4 and full of attitude. This beer is meant to be enjoyed by the person who stands out from the crowd and be noticed for doing it. There goes Gray Man right out the window, right? But I blend anyway. Bright, pale yellow, and easy drinking. Double Six is crafted for those who appreciate clean flavor and refreshing character without compromise. Make it a double. Okay. The hops are going to be Chinook and Cascade. Nice. The style profile is a blonde golden ale American, with the flavors being malt and sweet caramel as well as corn. I am not thrilled with the word corn in my beer. Best enjoyed cold from the cooler. So far so good. Glass is a Pilsner glass. So far so good. Enjoy with burgers off the grill, pizza after work, and game night snacks. I will tell you that my pizza game is now much stronger than it was in the past. But I've been experimenting and playing, and I'm actually getting the type of dough and crust that I really, really like. So our friends at Untapped gave it a, what's your rating number? 3.59, so a 3.6. They run on a 5.2, 5 also. But I don't care what you think about my beer. I care what I think about my beer, and I care what you think about what I think about the beer. That's why we do this. Our story, The Goods. Born from a love of all things simple, bold, and classic, Double Six is the choice for anyone who wants just a beer. No style, no frills, no craft labels. Founded by the crew behind Arizona's award-winning Mother-Road-Brewing Company, our exceptionally drinkable beers are ready to hit the bar, the coast, the trail, and beyond. But this isn't just about us, it's about you. Whoever you are, wherever you go, whatever you do, we're along for the ride. Let's hit the throttle and see where the journey leads. We can do that. Exceptionally drinkable, Double Six is a crisp, light, low alcohol beer for all day, any day enjoyment. There's no fuss here. Just a light, classic American beer that's as ready for the next round as you are. Well, I will say, and this people is going to hate on it, but the fact that it's 4.4 and sessionable really puts it right in my window. I don't want to come home, drink half a beer, and pass out in the chair watching television. I want to come home, I want to drink 2 beers, watch a little TV, and then go to sleep. Okay, apparently it is available in Japan. Japan! Okay. One more thing to love about our friends from the other side of the world. This is on Brewer. I'm honestly surprised there is so much available on this beer. Pint can in Nevada. Pours clear, light golden with a medium-sized white head, light lacing, grains, dough, citrus. Better than I expected. Not bad, 6.1. Okay, well, what did you expect? On a flight in Best Brews Tap Room, Lake Havasu City. That is also out here. That's over here. On April 2nd, 2025. Light golden look, white crown, only 4.4 ABV, but a good solid blend of bittering hops and semi-sweet malts. Nice, crisp, refreshing ale. At 4.4, you're not technically an ale, but it does depend on the yeast you use. So, what is the odds that I haven't over-chilled our beer and it has finally warmed up enough to take another look? Oh, there we go. 42, 43. We are in the zone, my friends. Look at that, look at that. We're hitting the 6s again, which makes sense for double 6. Alrighty. I always show you a thermometer. I don't think anybody really cares, and some of you people might actually trust me. That's frightening. But I love you guys, so salud! So that really pungent floral noses drop back. But it's still there, and it's still really, really present. And that flavor profile when she hits. So while they call it an American, it drinks like a German. Okay? When you drink those Germans, and they're really floral with a little earth on the back end, and you get that really, really nice flavor profile, good mouthfeel. She has gotten faster. She is still dirty. I'm still getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, although I have tried everything under the sun to get rid of the little bastards. I have neighbors. Soft palate. No leakage out. Everything stays in between the teeth, so soft palate and intradental. The tongue's actually starting to light up on the first third now. She's fast. Is that really, they crafted this really, really well. With the Chinook and the Cascades on top of that malt backbone, it's working out really, really nicely. Again, I referenced this back to like a nice German. Okay? Dirty. Gassy. I mean, that could just be me, because I've been told I'm full of hot air a whole hell of a lot. No, really, really good. We're going to pause. We will come back. We were 42, so let's shoot for like a 48, 50 zone. And take a look at it there. And then we might bump it up just past, depending on how much I have in the glass, because I really like this beer, so I might not have any more beer in the glass. And see what we got from there. All right, be back in just a minute. All right, let's take a look. Let's see what we got going on for the lacing fans. By the way, they were not wrong. There is some very, very light lacing here. Not that that's a bad thing. So, 49. I'm looking at 49.3 here. Just missed 48. Dagnabbit. Such is life, my friends. It's not that the 6-degree arc means anything. It's just what we do. All right, sniffer time. See what's going on. Nice. Still that floral nose. It's gotten a little danker. There's a little more earth presenting on the back end. Definitely the sweetness, that caramel note they were talking about. I don't know. Maybe because I read it, but it caramel corn maybe. Not that I'm anti-caramel corn. Don't get me wrong. I just wish we would stop producing poisonous corn in this country. Not kicking it out. Looks like this. Smells like that. Come on. You don't slip of the tongue. You know what you are. You cad, you bounder, you rapscallion and vagabond. Skol! All right. So I say it all the time, man, when you're drinking lagers and pilsners and you start to let them get too warm, the wheels are wobbling now and they're about to fall off. Very sharp. The bittering isn't the issue. The bittering is actually done really, really well. And, you know, if you had to IBU this beer, which we probably should since we have beers all the time, that this beer, when you're drinking it at the right temperature, when it's cold, sub 10. Now she's about a 15, 18. They're there. There's bite. But the flavor profile is starting to suffer. The mouthfeel hasn't shifted. Still soft palate, intradental. Still front third of the tongue is involved. Fast, dirty, right to the back. I don't know if the sweetness from the corn and the malts and the cascades and the Chinooks, they worked really well when it was cold. They're not working really well now. Yeah, this is definitely not a beer I would drink. Well, and again, I told you, when there were ice chips floating in this, beer was fantastic. Which was 42 degrees. Still phenomenal. Pushing 50. Yeah, no. This is not what you want to look at that warm a temperature. So we're going to wrap this up here. She's good for the style. She's really good for the style. But again, you have to drink at the right temperature. Buy it again? Sure. Drink it again? Sure. Try it on tap? Love to. Next time I'm in Flag, so I can get thrown out of Flagstaff for a 4th time, I will swing by their tap house and I'll have a couple. Good for the style. Yeah, no, she's really good for the style. And well, they're labeling it as an American beer. She really does push more of a German on there. It's a really, really nice beer. I actually like to see this. When I think American beers, I tend to think of race car crap beers. So there is that. Interesting flavor profile. Yes. Really nice nose. Really nice progression till it overwarms. We're going to give it a 3.6. We're going to give it a 5.9 out of 7. Well, both of those numbers are wrong. It's a 4.5. Easy. 4.75. You know what? If you're drinking her at 34 to 36 degrees. She's a 5. It's a really, really good beer. I don't know what the hell these people were talking about. Then again, there's no accounting for taste, and there are people who didn't think beer should taste like a beaver's butthole, and that is on them. You do you. Drink accordingly. Anyway, thanks for coming by. Putting some eyeballs on. My people, you know I love you. Big 3, my friends. Happy, healthy, safe, honorable, dutiful, vigilant, great man, household, hot and handy, hot and handy. Comes with its own list of responsibilities. Again, drink local when you can. I need to get out there at some point, by the way, but now that I have a job, I could probably pull that one off. Yeah, that's what I got. Hey, Mr. Hummingbird, that's fruit tea. That's nothing, well, you'd probably like it. Jar full of red fruit water sitting in the sun. At least he looked. That's what I got. So, remember, my friends, always much love. There is, of course, a link down below. Buy me a beer. If you think that what I'm giving you is worth your time, you want to donate and help take some of the, help defray some of the costs of production. All the gear here, plus I have another gear video coming up shortly. Feel free to donate. Buy me a beer. So buy me a coffee. I can't get them to change that, fascists, but it links down below. So always appreciate it, and I shout you out. All right, thank you very much, my friends. Hopefully you will have a better rest of your week. Skol. No, that corn's really pushing through now. Like rice beers. I don't like corn beers. But we'll shoot the short, so if you want to see what she's like when she's really, really warm, watch the short. They get less looks. Skol.